Hi everybody, and today you find me on my holes with my parents in Lowestoft. Now, as you know, every time I come away on holiday I like to try and find a story of some kind to do, and this is no different on this occasion. I've found a story which I will be going round to have a look at soon, and hopefully the weather will stay nice. This is not what it gave us the forecast at the beginning of the day, so we're going to make the most of it. So anyway, Lynn's not with me. She is in Fuerteventura, lucky her, having a nice time. So I'm here on my annual holidays in Lowestoft with my parents, where I will probably film a bit of Lowestoft to show you and see if you like it, and somewhere in there there'll be a story of the Lowestoft witches. So anyway, I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye. In 1662, here in the lovely coastal town of Lowestoft in Suffolk, two elderly ladies, well, classed as elderly, at the time they were probably only in their late 50s or early 60s. They were accused of being witches by a rich merchant called Samuel Pacey, who accused the ladies, Amy Denny and Rose Cullender, of bewitching his two daughters, Elizabeth and Deborah, after he had refused to sell Amy Denny fish on 3 occasions. After the last rejection, his daughter Deborah suffered from fits and extreme pains in her stomach. Soon after, her elder sister Elizabeth started having the same symptoms, including coughing up pins and nails. Yes, as you do. The two girls also claimed that Rose Cullender would appear with Amy Denny and threaten them with worse should they sell anyone. It is very doubtful that Amy Denny and Rose Cullender even knew each other at all, as they came from completely different social backgrounds. Now, the reason I'm struggling up this hill is to find the remains of a pile of stones that are all that remain of a stone tower from the 15th century, which would have had a beacon on top that would have been lit as a warning to sailors out at sea. Not only does it have its own folklore, but it is reputed that Amy Denny would sit on the small ruins and curse passers-by, so she was already an unpopular figure in the town. So these are the beacon stones, or witches' stones, with the anchor laying on top of them, just inside the entrance of Bellevue Park. Now back to the story, and unfortunately the claims of Samuel Pacey were taken seriously, and Amy and Rose were arrested and tried in Bury St Edmunds, where they were unfortunately found guilty and hanged as witches in March 1664. And miraculously, the victims of all their witchcraft returned to normal. Now, it is said in Lowestoft folklore that when the clock strikes midnight, the beacon hastens to the sea and gets a bath. Or in other versions, it tells of witches' stones going for a swim, but magically returning before the final stroke of midnight. So, I found it. The witches' stones of Lowestoft. I hope you enjoyed the story. I did. I really enjoyed coming here. I met some brilliant people while I was up here at the gardens. I'm going to go now, catch up with my parents who I've left down at the museum down below, and I hope you enjoyed the story, and I'll see you soon. Thanks a lot. Bye-bye. Hi everybody, and today here I am still on my holiday with my parents down in Suffolk in Lowestoft, and today I've come to the town of Bungay. I found there was this interesting castle, so I thought I'd give you a quick look at that. Now, what is really interesting about this ruin, Big God's Castle, which was built in the 11th century, is that you can't get into it apart from finding the entrance through a little cafe in the back. It can't be seen from anywhere else, but I'm just going to show you around. There is a ghost, and it's very interesting. I don't know if you can still get in it. I'm going to find out. would seem, that is the door from the cafe, and it's now got things leaning against it, so I don't believe you can actually get into the castle. But this is what is left of the ruin. So it is Hugh Bigod who built this castle in the 11th century, whose ghost is reputedly seen, sometimes seen in human form or in the form of a huge black dog. Or could it be the famous Black Shuck himself, who caused mayhem in St Mary's Church in 1577, when the Shuck entered and killed 2 members of the congregation before moving on to Blybrugh? If you want to see a great account of this story, I will leave a link to Sean McNeely's History and Folklore channel in the description for his excellent episode on the Black Shuck. From what I could gather, the castle is indeed closed to repairs at the moment, but I think you get a pretty good view of it from the outside. The 2 main gate towers are the most impressive part of the ruin, their walls being almost 3 metres thick. I hope you enjoyed that little story. If you did, if you could like and subscribe, that would be amazing. Thank you. And hopefully I will see you on the next one. Bye bye.